Then we'll move to G, Wayne Donaldson to address the council on water issue. Wayne?
Okay. First of all, thank you for your time this evening.
You're very welcome.
And I think everyone knows, most of the people are here. Leroy and Margaret Nelson are out of town, and Dave Sands is at another meeting, or he would be here. But anyway, we were here, I think, 6 weeks ago, and went through some of this. Since that time, the city, Bob Shepard's not here, he installed a filter for me. And in the directions of the filter, they say every 6 months to a year, there should be changed. Well, rather than keep track of the time by months or years, I kept track of when the meter reading when it was installed. 66442 was when it was installed on July 23rd. And I've got some samples here, and I'm telling you something that you'll probably already know. But anyway, we were gone for a weekend or so around Father's Day, and when we got home, we had a message on the answering machine from Mr. Ledford. And my wife listened to it, and she said, we got a message from the city, and they said the water's fine. And I said, what word did he use? And I went to listen to the machine, and I still have it. So I don't have a tape, it's still on my machine. Here's a quote. The samples submitted were satisfactory for commercial use and consumption. Is that correct?
That is correct.
The key word here is satisfactory.
Actually, they were more than satisfactory. But
No, you said satisfactory.
I used that word, but they were more than
Did
satisfactory.
they say that in the report?
The report's in numbers, not in words.
Okay. Anyway, more or less what the heck satisfactory is.
They're unsatisfactory or satisfactory.
And
So I
that
use the
is
term
not,
satisfactory.
okay. We're not going to argue on that point. Now, you've talked about rate increases on the water. We strongly oppose that until we get fresh water. All of us, and probably others.
We understand that.
I'm sure you do. But we don't feel, we've been paying for water, contaminated water for the past 4 years. And we do not intend, I'm sorry, that's a wrong word. We oppose an increase for the same water. We can't have it. So, on that basis, flushing, testing, filtering for 4 years has to stop. And I've watched thousands and thousands of gallons go down this street flushing the systems. So what I have here tonight is a proposal, and I'll read it to you. I'm not a lawyer, put these in my own words, and I hope it's clear. We, the undersigned, hereby request the Sac City Council to authorize the city building department effective September billing to furnish water to residents known to have contaminated water at no charge until such time as pure fresh water is supplied in the same quality as the balance of the city. We agree to pay the sewer tax as in the past. If necessary, without a directive from anyone here, please authorize this motion by motion and vote. And we look forward to hearing from
Wayne, if I could speak to that, we had plans to go out there and dig up some pipe.
Yes, that's why I delayed from coming here 2 weeks ago.
And while they were making those plans, they were also in contact with the DNR and other sources to find out if there was something else that was causing this and if we could do something else. Because you're not the only people. There are other areas in town where they do have some difficulty. Adam has some new information. Just so you know, we haven't been sitting back doing nothing.
Oh, no, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have.
So if he might let you know when he's found out.
Actually, I have a copy for you here. that I'd be happy to give to you.
Okay.
What we have basically learned in talking to DNR, and this all came together roughly last week, we had actually already approved starting moving forward on actually replacing the lines up by the golf course until we got a hold of this, and that's when we started to hold off. What DNR is telling us is that they believe that it may have something to do with some nitrification of
That's a
the
big
water
word.
line.
That's a big word.
And they explained that the results that we're seeing with some spotty areas through town that have red water issues is likely a result of residue of those areas from an issue that occurred some time ago. And they have a suggestion, and you'll see it in the paperwork there, on their best means of how they believe you can resolve the issue. Now, all this is coming about really quickly here, and actually where Jim is right now is one of the things he was doing today was meeting with DNR about what the whole process entails.
I understood that.
And so we should have a lot more information basically by tomorrow on the way this works and what the cost associated with doing that project would be.
Okay. Now, do you feel confident that will take care of the problem?
Well, I can't say that for a fact. As it's well known, and you know this as well as anyone, $100,000 have already been spent trying to fix this problem.
Well,
That's what's been explained to me in previous
I
information.
don't recall any fixing except flushing.
Well, I understand the loop itself was an attempt to fix the
That
problem.
made it worse.
But $100,000 have been spent trying to fix this problem. What we're attempting to do at this point is make sure that we work smarter, not harder on this process. That we make sure that we have considered our alternatives before we jump in and take a particular action like replacing a piece of line, when in fact the DNR option might be the best choice for it.
Okay. Now, you said you're not confident that this will fix the problem.
I am not an expert,
Neither am I.
so it would be hard for me to say with any true confidence that I know this is going to fix it.
So in the meantime, there wouldn't be much objection to doing what I'm asking here. Until future fresh water comes to us.
Well, I would only, are you asking my opinion?
No, I'm asking of
Okay.
the council.
Does DNR consider this contaminated water?
I would actually argue that point. According to the testing that's done, I would not define this water as contaminated water. Does it have a particulate in it? Yes. But DNR would not define this water as contaminated water, based upon the sampling that has been done.
It's not harmful.
Well, I'm looking for a different word, but I would say that it's not too pure. And this one, by the way, I'm going to leave this here. I installed our water filter at 66,442. This sample was taken 4,600 gallons later at 70910. And this one was taken a couple days ago at 72660, which is 6,000 gallons after the filter was done. Now, we've been, Mr. Johnson said be patient, we've been patient. And this is 7 to 8 weeks.
I am only going on what DNR has told me, and based upon the sampling that they...
All right, then is there any objection to this proposal I'm making?
I don't
Until the time comes to furnish fresh water.
I don't have, I can't, I'm
Okay,
not a council.
I'm asking the council.
I won't think about it.
But think about it, we've been thinking about it for 4 years.
Okay, let me explain my situation.
Okay,
Several of us are new to this council, right?
I don't know. I don't even know who you are.
Well, you're lucky.
Okay.
I think we need to fix it. And I don't care what it takes, we're going to fix it.
I agree. Why tinker with more Band-Aids when we know what the problem is?
If we don't, we got to find out what is the problem first.
Right, we aren't
Then
disagreeing
we'll-
with it.
Okay,
Then we'll fix it.
We
Okay,
are.
do we have a timetable on that?
I don't think we should apply a timetable until we decide without, necessarily.
He said a couple of days, well, we heard from you in a couple of days.